Hi, church family. Cecil Sanders here on Tuesday of Holy Week to have a devotional thought with you. We're continuing in our theme of Fix Our Eyes on Jesus. We're looking at the final week of Jesus' life as Luke records it. You know, as you look early on in Holy Week, you'll see that Jesus faced an onslaught of attacks by the Jewish religious leaders. This is in Luke chapter 20, and you see him there facing these attacks from the Sadducees, from the chief priests, from the elders, from the scribes, and one by one, he dismantles their arguments. Jesus never gives in. He never bends. He never breaks. He always responds correctly and in the right motivation, in the right temperament. And he shows himself to be living a perfect life. Yesterday, we looked at Jesus cleansing the temple. Today, consider him living a perfect life. You know, in recent years, this whole truth has become very special to me. I always thank Jesus for dying for me. But what about the life he lived for 30-some years, a perfect, flawless, pristine life, so that he could offer that life as a sacrifice for us? In Hebrews chapter 10, we see that Jesus says to his Father, "You have prepared a body for me." And you know, at Christmas time, we talk about the virgin birth of Jesus, and we know that Jesus had a perfect human body. He did not have an earthly father, and so he was born without a sin nature, but he lived those 30-something years perfectly as well. What's it like for you whenever you've had the chance to purchase a new vehicle? You know, you look at that pristine, perfect vehicle. There's no dings, no dents, there's no grime or dirt. You open the door and the floor mats are immaculate, the seats are clean, and it has that new car smell. But it doesn't take very long. You drive a few miles down the road and you get dirt on it, maybe a rock flies up and puts a ding in it. It doesn't take long for that pristine automobile to become blemished. Well, Jesus was born perfectly, and then he lived a perfect life in a fallen world like ours. He faced every temptation we face, and yet without sin. This is the beautiful thing about Jesus as he faces these attacks. He never sinned in his responses. He never transgressed. He lived a perfect life. And so, church family, just consider this today and give thanks and worship Jesus today that he came and lived a spotless, blameless, perfect life. If he had sinned once, his sacrifice would have been of no avail. So we worship him today as our flawless, spotless Jesus. See him living a perfect life. Thanks be to God.